Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Wednesday show where us local panel of real estate experts and Disney enthusiasts get together to have a chat about the market, public interest stories, and all things that are happening within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. But before we get into it, let's cue the theme song. Oh, sets the tone well. Appreciate everyone who's tuning in. If you're catching us live, feel free to say hi or let us know where you're watching from. It's amazing. Sometimes you surprise us with international viewership or just places that we get jealous of visiting. So I'll just introduce ourselves real quick before we get into the news. I'm Elijah Lewis with Florida in Motion Realty here on Near Disney. They call me the Prince of Real Estate. And in the square next to me.
Hi, I'm Sue Koptiev, also with Florida Motion Realty, and they call me Aurora, and we are really glad to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining.
That's right. Yeah. And then down below.
Hey everyone, I'm Virginia Carlson, also with Florida Motion Realty, known as Cinderella on the Dream Team, and we're happy you're joining us here on our Wednesday show.
Absolutely. I mean, it is fun to just do this show year round because like right now it's 7 o'clock and it's just barely the golden hour. It is still sunny out there. What do you think, Sue? You think we're enjoying some extra sunlight?
Oh yeah, lots of extra sunlight, and it gives you time to, like, if you don't get your walk in or you don't get outside during the day, there's plenty of time at night, and which is not night because the light's still out. So it's just really, really, really nice time to be outside.
Yeah, there's no risk of that seasonal depression here where you just get off work and it's already like the darkness has ensued on you.
No, it's gorgeous outside.
Absolutely. So, all right. So I guess we'll jump on into the first topic that we got up here. What do you have, Sue, that's about a rock and roller coaster?
I have a fun story about the Muppets ride, the rock and roller coaster that they have remodeled and regenerated. They've taken the walls down around it, so you can now see this incredible guitar that they have fashioned in all these beautiful colors. And I'm not sure. I don't remember the neck of the guitar being bent before. So I'm anxious to see what that's all about. Elijah, do you know, was that neck bent before?
Oh gosh, that might be one of those like Mandela effect things where you could totally convince me that it was, and I was it's amazing. It's a thing that's been in our lives for decades, and I never looked at it hard enough.
Exactly. But anyway, it's the big update from Hollywood Studios. This transformation of the rock and roller coasters, now the Muppet version. It's moving really fast. The poster has been officially installed on the exterior of the attraction, as you can see there. And they've refreshed the guitar. The whole entrance is beginning to come together, look like it's, actually a ride that people are ready to get in line for. They have replaced the long time Aerosmith ride with the Muppets, and it's featuring Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. Crazy guys. The attraction is expected to officially open May 26th, but here's the fun thing. If you're an annual pass holder, you can get in as early as the 21st. If you are not a pass holder, but you happen to be a DVC member, then they're going to let you come in and view and ride starting the 24th of this month. So So I really want to ride this, but I'm a little scared.
I wonder how much they'll preserve the intensity of that. That was kind of like famously one of the more extreme roller coasters.
It was the whole, when you take off, which I loved. But they've got, the limousine has got Animal in the front, Miss Piggy, Kermit, Gonzo, Dr. Teeth, Floyd, Janice, Zoot, and Lips all featured. So it's kind of wild seeing it made over this way, but they've done an incredible job. And I think the ride is going to fit in really well in Hollywood Studios, right there in the middle of everything. But hey, if you're tuning in and you're live, let us know. Are you excited for the new coaster, or do you think you might be missing the old one? I guess you'd have to ride it first, huh?
Yeah. I
Give
think
it a chance. Like, there were some people who were not so happy about Splash Mountain leaving, and I hope that this is one thing where just everyone enjoys, this refreshing take, because just with when you attach an attraction to celebrity, like many of the old Epcot attractions and stuff, like the thing about celebrity is it has its cycle in many cases, and once the kids who it's all for say, "Who's that?" that becomes like, wait, maybe this needs a new face, because we need the kids to be excited about it. But that doesn't mean that the kids shouldn't listen to Aerosmith.
Exactly.
I'll definitely be showing my kids all the rock and roll classics, so don't you worry. Let us know in the chat.
Muppets will be around forever.
Totally.
Muppets will be around forever.
They are eternal.
Always know. Yeah.
They are immortal. But don't ask Miss Piggy about her age, though. I think
no.
Very famously happened with, like, I think it was, I don't know if it was Joan Rivers or who, but like that did not go well.
It was a bad move. Yeah.
Let us know in the chat whose favorite Muppet. Go. Then before we go into the next article here. So I did find this kind of interesting as this is coming from WPTV. New study ranks Florida dead last for renters in the U.S., with housing costs consuming 37% of incomes. Basically, it was evaluated by Consumer Affairs as rent and tenants laws across 50 states. So basically, the rental situation, we are kind of seeing it get a little crazy in our side, even in central Florida. I'm sure even in the South Florida more so, but not improving for renters. The new study ranks us dead last. Basically, the lack of affordable rent is taking a toll on renters, and basically what we want to do is just say, it's a two-sided coin. Maybe it is time to have that conversation with us, have that conversation with a lender about what it makes more sense to be putting money toward monthly, and how much is the difference between what rent can cost versus what a mortgage can cost. Basically, there's people saying, 2-bedroom that costs like $3,000 a month. Pretty expensive. Someone is, kind of going to the comments to share their grievances there. But basically, the typical renter is spending way over the traditional benchmark, spending about 37% of their income just to keep their rent each month. It says you go to a city like Chicago, they've got lots of places you can lock into a certain rent price, but we don't really have rent locking here so much. So, so the key metrics found for Florida renters: median rent, $1,669, typical share of income 37.4%, rental vacancy rate is 7.6%, the sixth highest. So, all that's just to say, we just love to bring up here, like it says in the graphic here from listing reports, with every mortgage payment, you're building equity, investing in the future, and getting one step closer to owning more of what is yours on the title. While renting, your monthly payments are just gone, and it gives you, just basically the ability to fund your landlord. So, we sympathize there. We know it's difficult on both sides of it, especially in some of the more luxury markets, but that's why we're just happy to partner with you to just figure out what's the neighborhood, what's the price point, what's the best lifestyle that we can get you into Disney.
Yes.
But we love to talk to the renter side, the buyer side, and of course the seller side. And so I just wanted to throw this over to what you found, Virginia, that was just about fixing up a property.
Yeah. So we like to always talk about how our clients can kind of maximize the homes that they buy, whether it be new construction or resale, and sometimes resale. Homes have been built for 10, 15, 20 years. And so you need to fix things. So I found this article that talks about like what a good list of things to tackle first and foremost when you finally have bought this house. It needs a little work, it needs a little TLC, and you're so tempted. I think a lot of people are tempted to kind of do all the cosmetic stuff right away because it's like you can see it and it's shiny and it's brand new and everything. However, a more like comprehensive list of things that you should tackle just that make more sense are suggesting that you start with like core systems in the home if it's necessary, like safety essentials, heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical. I know it sounds so boring, but they make a good point that it's like if you do all this beautiful cosmetic paint and then you find that there's something wrong behind the wall, you're going to have to tear it out and redo it. So you might as well start with the boring yet core things, major structural things like the roof or the foundation as well. And then, of course, any hazards like broken stairs or holes in the flooring or things like that.
And ideally, we negotiated a great deal for you on this home that had structural issues.
I know.
Stairs and heating.
But, maybe it was the home, the perfect location, and it had so much charm. But
sometimes they like bulldoze these places down. They just bought it just for the location.
That's true. But then you can move on to like more exciting things like the high impact living spaces, kitchens, bathrooms, main gathering areas, and then practical upgrades like the garage door. We talked about that last week, that is a great return on investment, upgrading a garage door. It's like a really solid thing to do. And then
the best thing about replacing a garage door is when you get it, the new one, and it's quiet. Like if you've just been used to that garage door that just roars and rumbles and when it opens and you hear it from every part of the house versus
exactly like shakes the house.
That is nice.
It is nice.
When we have these homes where part of the selling point is there's an apartment over the garage.
Yeah.
In any case, especially in Celebration, like your renter is not just like having a mini earthquake every time you open the garage door.
I know that would make a huge difference in somebody's daily living if the garage was quiet.
Exactly.
I definitely would want to rent somewhere where it was quiet versus another. So yeah, the garage door, it's always a good thing. And then you can kind of move on to the cosmetic things like paint and flooring and light fixtures, or decorative luxury upgrades like a pool or major landscaping, kind of top of the line things should probably be saved for last once all the other stuff is done. And then you can always refer to your inspector if you need someone to talk to about like what is the most pressing issue to start with, or you can speak with your real estate agent as well, because we can kind of best understand the ROI in our local market. So definitely we are a resource for that kind of information. So always here to help.
Yep.
In most cases, an inspector does keep a lifeline to you because they know, like even with realtors, people can they use us for repeat customer visits. People buy multiple homes and investment properties with us. People will just, if they had a good experience with an inspector, they'll call them up and inspect future properties. So usually they're happy to get on the phone with you, like even after everything wraps up. And maybe even after you moved in, to just kind of always have the report. And it's amazing. Sometimes it's like these people, it's like they don't forget the house. I feel like they would, but then you like talk to those teachers, and they're just like, I was in your class 22 years ago. I was like, I remember you. Like how? How do you remember me? How do you remember 50 years of a career of teaching thousands of children?
Oh, Elijah, I think you would be memorable. I think you would be very memorable.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For good reasons.
Yeah.
Well, I think what else can make a good impression is this new listing that you have, Sue, that you wanted to maybe enlighten us about. So you've got something in Kissimmee, Four Seasons.
Yes, in Four Seasons, our 55 plus community here that is right off Highway 429, about 10 minutes from Margaritaville and just outside of Reunion. If that gives anybody kind of a locale, if they know where either Margaritaville or Reunion is. But this is a beautiful home. It is 3 years old. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with its own oasis in the backyard. And Elijah, if you can flip through some of those photos for me, that would be awesome.
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to.
Thank you. So it is a incredibly private location in the community. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac, conservation on two sides. Again, like I said, with a pool, spa, outdoor kitchen in the back, and just very, very customized, a lot of luxury going on. This is on the main floor is 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, and that would include the primary suite. And upstairs is an extra living space, a full bathroom, and a bedroom. So if you have occasional guests, if you have a child 19 or older who lives with you, that they can be here full time, and they can, call that space their own. As you can see, it has been meticulously decorated. Most of these furnishings are available for sale. And once you step into that backyard and get a look and a feel for that pool and outdoor living area, yeah, it is.
The outdoor kitchen is gorgeous.
They did a beautiful job with this. It is just under 2,700 square feet. And I think you saw in the kitchen, that is the primary right there in the kitchen. There are right off the main entry going into the kitchen, there was a custom dry bar, which is just amazing. There is, it's pre-wired for security cameras. The outdoor living area has highly customized lighting that they put in, changes colors. You can pick one color, you can have it rotate colors. It's just, gives a lot of ambiance if you enjoy your outdoor space and you plan to be out there a lot. I know the couple that have been living here the last few years, they have spent most of their time in that backyard, and I can totally understand. Totally understand why. This is it's a great location. It's a great price. The price on it, we have listed it for $799,000. And if you or anybody who might be interested in this, please give me a call. My number's on the screen there. I would love to introduce you to not just this home, but Four Seasons in general, and see if this is a place that you might like to retire in.
Gosh, that is beautiful.
It is.
I wish I could move in there, but I'd have to age myself a little bit to 55 plus. That looks like kind of place and the kind of price that would very much suit me when I'm looking to finally get single family. That hopefully I'll make that happen soon. But yeah, I'm just looking at that going, whew.
I know. That's a nice house.
Bill, very nice house. God,
yes, it is a really nice house.
Really.
Well, good job on that,
yeah,
Sue.
Really pretty.
I'm sure that. Yeah,
that won't last.
Well, this won't last, and we'll have a video on it soon, and be happy to share that here as well for people.
Great.
So I wanted to just share a little bit about a fun development, basically about the Winter Garden area. That's also within the near Disney just sphere, Horizon West and Winter Garden. We love to do some business in there as well. Winter Garden's theater is set for a comeback with a new presenting partner. It had this historic theater had closed unexpectedly in 2024, and so everyone's just been kind of waiting for that really cool part of the downtown area to come back. And so basically it's on the verge of reopening. The city commissioner selected a new manager for the beloved venue. And for a long time, Winter Garden residents, that's been a cornerstone of family life. So basically, I'm just happy to just share this with you. That I'm trying to find the actual time frame of the dates. But basically, DNA Event Creative is the theater's new presenting partner, and just discussed its plans ahead of the city commission meeting, but indicated that it would speak publicly once a decision was made. Sounds like people are kind of leaning in favor of just going on ahead with this, but they'll take over the theater immediately and finally get something done about getting that back up. So basically, once this gets transferred over to the new management company's hands, it's just going to be all full speed ahead on getting this lovely icon back.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am just happy. It kind of reminds me a little bit about like what happened with like at Celebration in Florida. Like we had our movie theater close, and for a longer time than this did. And similarly, it's being repurposed and coming back, to serve the community in a new function. And it sounds like, yeah, it's kind of cool that that this building's going to be reserving its community soon too. And we got a comment from Kim, best realtor team ever. Oh, thanks. Thanks for commenting, Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
And so yeah, and just also just kind of keeping things on the entertainment side. I saw this from OrlandoMagazine.com. Broadway in Orlando continues to drive millions into the local economy. Basically, touring Broadway productions are doing more than filling theater seats in Orlando area. They're also fueling restaurants, bars, hotels, businesses throughout the downtown, according to a newly released national economic impact report from the Broadway League. In fact, I mean, me and Kim, the fairy godmother real estate, just took a party down to the Dr. Phillips area that's pictured here. And yeah, we didn't just buy our ticket and sit here. We did enjoy the broader area. We toured a restaurant, paid for parking, did all kinds of fun things that were just around there. We gave ourselves a night that was more than just watching the show. So I definitely can see that there's just so much fun happening in downtown Orlando.
It really is.
Yeah, so the economic impact of touring Broadway 2023 to 2024 report found that touring Broadway productions generate approximately $5.7 billion in economic impact across the United States.
Wow.
Alone, the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts contributed an estimate 129, let's just call it 130 million in economic activity. So basically, that's just awesome to see the arts be supported. Audience are becoming increasingly visible as crowds gather around the city before the curtain calls and linger after the performance.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow. So 2014, Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center has become one of the lead touring Broadway markets. I didn't know that we've got that part right there in downtown Orlando is one of the biggest ways that you get Broadway to experience. But we've got some huge stuff like the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I think, was there. That was like super extravagant and like elaborate like set and everything. So we get the real stuff. It's not just like rinky dink little.
No, it's not. And because I try to take my daughter at least once a year to one of the Broadway shows, and it's the same. It's the same production value as if you were in New York City. Been to both, and so it is the real deal, and it's fantastic. No, they're great. They're amazing shows. So
yeah, I would.
Well, the one thing I like about that theater is there's not a bad seat in there.
It's true.
It's really laid out so nicely. You can hear everything. You can see everything.
I agree because I've sat in all different parts of it. It's fantastic.
It's amazing. Yep, I was just there last month, and I will go as often as I can.
Me too.
So
do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that was the meat of our topics that we wanted to cover tonight. Oh, well, just saw we had someone, Anita Page from Virginia and Me. Thanks for watching. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, Anita.
I don't sometimes see the live likes from Facebook. I see them more from the YouTube, but I'm glad that Kim caught that. And
there she is.
There she is. Hey, Anita. All right.
Awesome. So glad for your viewership. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. And so I'll let y'all have your evening back, but appreciate you joining with us. We're going to keep updating you on all things within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, things going on with Orlando and beyond, and Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, all that good stuff. And appreciate if you hit the like button. It helps the channel grow. And of course, hit subscribe. We're just on the path to hitting that 10,000 subscriber milestone. We're so close. We've seen so much growth in such a short time, and we're going to continue to bring you all, the best production, the best coverage that we can.
Absolutely.
And if you want to, actually get some help personally with this, not just the comment section, our phone numbers are here for you to engage with. Call us, text us, however you want. We'll get your questions answered. You can get a direct line to us. Whoever resonated with you on the show, we're all area experts here.
Yep.
And with that, I think we'll throw it over to Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother real estate, to sign us off. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
Next time.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.